Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL, and this is DK. We'll talk about it.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. All four are fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio announcing Monday that 83% of the programs under USAID, approximately 5,200 contracts, will be canceled, capping a weeks-long effort to dismantle the foreign aid organization. Rubio said the remaining programs will be administered under his department. He also thanked Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency after reportedly clashing with the billionaire turned presidential advisor last week during a cabinet meeting.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You also are fired. You're 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 both fired. You're fired.
At the Department of Justice and the FBI, there are a number of high-level people who are being asked to resign or are being told they are going to be fired. Did you specifically request any actions at the Bureau or DOJ with respect to those employees?
No, but we have some very bad people over there. It was weaponized at a level that nobody's ever seen before. They came after a lot of people, like me, but they came after a lot of people. No, I wasn't involved in it. I'll have to see what is exactly going on after this is finished. But if they fired some people over there, that's a good thing because they were very bad. They were very corrupt people, very corrupt, and they hurt our country very badly with the weaponization. They used the Justice Department to go after their political opponent, which in itself is illegal. And obviously it didn't work. You're fired. 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 You're fired.
I didn't want you
You're
to.
fired. You're 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 fired.
Yeah, they don't do a thing without telling you.
The Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, making another move impacting Nevadans this week. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto says that Doge fired all employees of the General Services Administration across Nevada. Ryan Tismaneski, Ryan's there live outside of the Foley Federal Building. And Ryan, what exactly was the GSA's role there?
Brian, the GSA is the equivalent of a property manager for federal buildings just like this. Part of their job is hiring contractors like janitors, HVAC technicians, and more. Yesterday, the GSA employees in that building received this email I obtained telling them that their unit has been abolished and their jobs are going with it.
Yeah, Trump was firing everybody. He fired Andrew Dice Clay. He fired Lennox Lewis. He fired Gene Simmons. He forgot that. I forgot that black lady's name that was working for him. He fired her too on the show. He wasn't done firing. They were telling him what he was going to do when he got in office. He wasn't done yet.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
He fired Joan Rivers.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
He fired everybody, and he's firing them now.
You're fired.
And if you like the content I'm providing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, and then come back for more DK Will Talk About It.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars. The brand new Department of Government Efficiency. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight. Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples, Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program. $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well with learning. You know what we're doing. We should use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. You're fired. 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 You're fired.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.